show our offer to the other people. Yeah. So we're waiting on the second one, but they already kind of threw the price they wanted. We're just waiting on yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, but we're gonna just go this way. Yeah, we're gonna go this way with it. Um, it should be connecting me. Uh, yeah, Instagram been doing a lot. Yeah, it's been doing a lot, but we're gonna continue going on what we're going on. So today is comping day,
Nice.
and we're gonna comp some properties in real time. Um, CJ? Oh, okay. Hey,
what's up?
CJ. I don't know who that is. But yeah, no. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna comp properties in real time today. Um, so I was just telling Pastor the reason we're going to. I'm gonna change states. I'm gonna get out of Texas and I'm gonna go to Florida simply because Texas is a non-disclosure state. And what that means is they're not required to show the sold properties in that area. So it makes it kind of harder to comp properties because we got to go based off properties that sold in that area. All right, what's up, my man? Good seeing you. How you doing? Good seeing you. We have to go based off properties that sold in that area within a recently few days, and we just need those sold comps or sold properties to kind of make sure that we're on the right track. All right. So that's what we're gonna do today. We just started.
He was just saying he going to a different state to come because Texas is a non-disclosure state. You don't have to share how much you sold your house, bought your house for.
Yeah.
If you're an appraiser, you do have a different tool you can use that they're able to see what it was sold for, and we could probably see it too if we did the work to go to the public disclosure portion. But as far as just publicly showing it,
yeah. And if you guys are looking on Instagram, I don't know exactly what's going on Instagram, so just hop on YouTube or Facebook, preferably YouTube. That way I can kind of see your comments and everything like that. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and keep going. Cool. So let's go ahead and do it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop it off firff, and I'm gonna walk you through. I'm gonna actually go through Zillow too. Okay. So that's another reason why I'm doing it because I don't want you. I remember you guys talking about resources. And I want to use resources available to everybody. So we're gonna go on Zillow. We're gonna do the old-fashioned way. Zillow's free to everybody. And we're just gonna. Yeah, there is. This is Orlando. Okay. So yeah, I'm very familiar with this area. Yeah. So I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. Share my screen with you guys.
So besides location, just curious.
Yeah.
Besides location, as far as water is concerned, why is Florida such an attractive location?
A lot of money. A lot of money. It's a vacation type of lifestyle there. Right. People go there to retire. People go there to live land. It's always going to be a hot area as far as market wise. That too. No income state, just like Texas.
Okay.
State income wise.
No state tax, right?
Yeah, no state tax. So those are good benefits. And then you got beaches. You know, everybody, I don't know. I don't really care. You know, I lived in Florida for a year. It didn't go to the beach once.
You're kidding me.
And I planned on doing this. I was like, oh, I got beaches. And I live 10 minutes from the beach.
And I feel you because I lived in Memphis and never went to Graceland.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. It's like one of those things that like when you're there, like, you know, it's not as attractive if like I lived in Texas where like I would love to go to the beach right now. That seems pretty cool. But when I was there and I had the opportunity, I never went. So, yeah.
Inaccessibility makes for a more desirable location.
I think that's what everything. It's just like everything in general.
Yeah.
Cool. So as you guys can see here, make sure you guys can see it because I'll be forgetting. Okay, yeah. So as you guys can see, this is Orlando, Florida. It's a lot of sold houses. Red means sold. We're just gonna go to a random house that's on the market right now and see if it's worth this price. So let's just click right. Actually, let's go downtown a little bit. Let's go. Oh, downtown's expensive. Let's go outskirt a little bit. Downtown's expensive. Okay, let's see this 190. That looks a little. That's an apartment. We're not gonna do apartments. We're gonna keep it single family homes. Yeah. Yeah, and it's probably like a condo because Florida has a lot of condos type of thing. Yeah.
No. They're selling just the
apartment. Yeah.
in the
So,
building.
and it's probably a condo, is what
Yeah.
it is.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it just so it's a lot.
That's
So
disrespectful.
but sometimes it's not.
The condo right here, what's it called, at Keller,
Mhm.
right there.
Keller is a great area too.
That little tall building close to Keller and the Expressway.
Yeah.
That building right there. One condo costs you about $495,000.
That's crazy.
It's amazing.
It's not even
It
crazy,
ain't that
actually.
big.
Yeah, it's actually not even that crazy.
You only get like a quarter of the floor.
Really.
Not even the whole floor. Like a quarter of the floor.
And you gotta pay HOA fees and all that
Yes.
kind of stuff, and it's
Why you gotta keep
ridiculous.
doing
Yep.
it?
Yep.
How they make their money.
All right, so we just picked a random property out in a little bit of east Orlando.
That little square little thing is
Yeah.
$339,000.
That Orlando's like that. Yep, absolutely.
Oh,
And this is
that's-
outskirts. This is not even
so
this is not even inside Orlando. This is like a little bit outskirts of Orlando. Like what is this out? East. I don't even know what
This
it's
ain't
at.
even by Disney World.
that
No,
is
no.
insulting.
Alfalfa and Hickory Cove and all that. That's what this kind of is. So simple little home. 3-2. Was it 1,000 square foot home?
1,000 square feet.
Yeah.
My apartment
$340,000 for $1,000. That's insulting, man.
My apartment is bigger. That's terrible.
Now
That's terrible.
let's see. This has been listed for, it says 13 days now, right? But the thing is, it got a lot of views and a lot of saves, meaning people are very interested in this property. So
I want to buy property in Florida now.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's like, when you go on Monopoly and,
Yeah.
and we over here on
Boardwalk.
we're on this is Boardwalk 100%.
Yeah.
But where like in Dallas, we kind of dealing with like Vermont,
Vermont,
Connecticut Avenue.
Avenue.
Yeah, so we gotta make our way around.
Man.
But yeah, so this is what it's like over here. And don't let me get started with LA. LA, you're not gonna see nothing under 500.
$1.2 million for a 1,200 square foot.
Exactly, 100%.
That is insulting to the fullest. That's like cussing somebody out.
So now we have this property. It's right here in this little. Let's go ahead and zoom in where we're at. We're looking at this little property right here, right? Valencia College Lane. Oh yeah, I lived not even too far from here. I didn't live too far from here actually. So I lived right off of East Colonial. Okay, cool. So now we see that's the sold. Now we're gonna switch over to. I'm sorry. Now we're seeing this for sale. We're gonna switch over to sold. Now we don't have a.
So that's the area.
This is the area that we're gonna look kind of within.
But so now how large of a mile do you want to like? 1
Exactly.
mile radius?
Good question. So I want to go half a mile.
Half a mile.
Now on Zillow, you can't really measure how far it
But
is,
you can't zoom in.
but you can zoom in.
Okay.
And I suggest you just zoom in. Don't cross. The thing is, you want a company property that's crossing the highway. So any properties over here, I'm not going to use those.
Gotcha.
This what is this?
Maybe
Major streets are the same. So like the thicker streets.
Mhm.
Like this is a really thick street, so I wouldn't go past this one. This one's semi-thick. There's no houses over here anyways. So
Gotcha.
I wouldn't use any of these. I would try to stay right
In
here.
that corner.
Right here if I can. Now if I can't, then I might start adjusting things. I might go a little bit further out. I may tweak my age a little bit to see like what makes sense. So
Yeah.
I'm
I've heard appraisers say I've had to go a little further out.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we'll start off by going a little bit further before we start changing any of the structural things as far as like years built or square footage or those kind of
Right.
comparables, right?
Gotcha.
So let's go ahead and switch over to sold, see what we get. Now we got plenty of comps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got plenty. So it's really at this point it's just picking and choosing. So I want to only see just to help you out, so you don't have to try to figure out which one's which. So I wanted to go between 750 and let's do 1250.
Yeah.
Just kind of get a good range on there. Let's do we still do. It was 1996. I saw the year, so let's do 1986 and 2006. 10-year gap. I went between it. Only took off one. Let's do sold. This might help it out a little bit. Sold within 90 days. There we go. And now we got some pretty decent comps we can kind of play with. Okay. So let's apply this. Now looks like we got about 5. Right. So let's go into these. Remember our asking price was it 340? 339. Yeah.
340.
Yeah. So This one sold 2 months ago, three months ago now. Which is a good indicator.
It's a nicer house, by the way. It's like
So the other one was
Facial-wise,
facial wise, yes. Okay, so yeah, it did look
100 square feet.
just about. It only has like 30 more.
what's that?
1093. The other
Oh,
one was
yeah,
like,
about 30,
what was it?
1069.
Yeah, 669.
Mhm.
This one sold for 335. It doesn't have any pictures inside for us to look at, so I don't want to fully use that one yet because it's not showing us. I want to see a renovated property. I want to see it all the way fixed up to see if I can compare it. Why are they not showing me no pictures on these?
Maybe it's not finished. Maybe it's still over.
Yeah. Nah, it would have showed me.
Video.
Yeah. But this one sold for 338, closer to our number.
And it looks like
And
more
and
like
and this one's a 4.2.
it. Wow.
Ours was a 3.2.
Yeah. Oh wow.
So it sold for less and it's a bigger property. So that's something to pick up. This is a 350. Oh, that's too far out. 290. Okay, I don't know why this is doing this. Why it's not showing me the whole property.
So let me ask a quick question.
Yeah.
Is this one of the edited pictures you were talking about? Like the grass being made green and stuff like that?
Yeah, so these are people that actually did a good job as far as like, they did some color grading on the grass to bring that out. You can see like the back thing is like just enough where it looks like a great background kind of thing, and just highlighting good features of the home. I think this is actually not a proper. This is a street view, so you can actually see what it really looks like. Now, obviously, that grass is yellow. This one looks green. And it's just like they did a really good job. Yeah, they did a really good job as far as posting that one. I really don't know why they're not showing us no pictures. That's really weird.
Nobody wants anybody in their business nowadays.
I'm guessing so. Well, that kind of hurts and defeats the purpose of us doing that because.
But normally,
is it just Zillow that's doing that?
I think if you hit the actual thing to the right, would that help at all?
Like over here?
It should have been the same show. Yeah.
Yeah, usually they would show us the pictures. Because we saw the pictures of the property we just were looking at.
Yeah.
But that's because it's for sale. So they're gonna show all the pictures. So, but this property's this property's cleaned up. It looked like it was remodeled. It looks really clean. It's not like nothing crazy renovation, but it's a good cleanup job, ready for a family to move in.
It was real cheesy what they did in the front though.
What was that?
White picket fence.
Oh yeah. That's Florida. 100%.
White picket fence.
American dream.
Yeah.
House with a white picket fence.
Yeah, don't know why they're doing that, man. That's
That rots. I don't know how long.
That's a little weird. But anywho, let's just say, for instance, and just kind of get going with the educational purpose. We saw this house; it was beautiful on the inside.
Right.
So we can use this property as a comp for our property. It's the same square footage. It's within 10 years built. It's within that mile range that we wanted. It's a 1-story house just like ours. And also it's renovated. So we can use this property as a comp. So what I'll usually do is I'll grab like maybe 1 to 2. So let's just say I want to grab these 3. Let me see if these 3 even work. This was a 2-2, so for 340. It's a little bit bigger.
For sale anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. This is for sale. No, this is sold. Yeah, this one's sold.
Yellow means sold.
Yeah. Yellow means sold. So this one, let's say this one was the same thing. So if I would sometimes take the average of the 3 that I like the most as a comps and just put them all together. So if I'm just doing rough numbers, I'm thinking this was like 3. I'm thinking it's like 340 actually. Just about. I didn't even take this one. Let's do all 4 of these. Is that some bring? That's gonna pull it down. Yeah, so it's gonna probably end up in like 3.
About 290, I'm curious.
Probably the thing is hard. It's hard to really tell. We don't have pictures. Because they could have just didn't fix it up, and that's why they sold it for cheaper. Or it could have been to a point where like they were in a distressed situation and it looked fine. They just sold it for cheaper.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard because we can't see pictures to kind of verify that.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if it's just Florida that's doing that right now, or maybe let me see some other houses. No, it's all these houses. Huh.
They're just having a movement right now.
Florida's that way special.
I guess so.
What about Colorado?
We can do. I like Colorado actually. I think Colorado is not a disclosure state. Let's do Denver. I like Denver. Yeah, let's restart. Let's restart real quick. You like Colorado?
No.
You don't like Outdoor?
All that snow.
Oh yeah. So me and Courtney actually got snuck in the snow over there.
Yeah.
It was not good, but we got a free stay. Like the hotel paid for
I'm
another stay for
sure,
us, so
but
that was great.
How do you even work in that area?
So funny, yeah,
They're built for it.
they are.
The entire state
It-
is there is no snow day.
Yeah, at all. They don't play. Like if it's negative single digits, you better be at work at 9 a.m.
Yep, because they have the snow plows out. They have
You
the
better be at
snowplows
work at
already
9 a.m.
warming up the night beforehand. So
Yeah.
that the trucks don't freeze over.
We
and stuff.
we went to the coldest cold front night that they had in years. Like over like 10 plus years. And we were there. And they were checking and we were with the local there. We were just talking to them, whatever. And me and Courtney were like, yeah, I guess like nobody going to work. He said, hey, if it's negative 1 degrees, you better be at work at 9 a.m. It don't matter if it's negative single degrees, you have to go to like you better be at work. If it's like negative 15 and more, then they'll be like, all right, well, you can stay home.
Let's see how the road.
Negative 15 is where they give you a chance to go home.
We had some people that used to go to our church who moved to Colorado.
Absolutely
They
crazy.
moved back since then, but when
Yeah.
he was there, he was talking about he was in pictures of him at work with piles of snow behind him.
Mhm.
And I'm like, bruh.
That's how they used to send us to school. Like you go to school and the snow higher than the fence and stuff, and the kids tunneling through it and stuff. You still got to be in class in 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Session.
The coats are probably different out there. The jackets are probably
Oh,
different.
absolutely.
I feel like everything has to be
Everything's
different.
different.
Yeah, everything has to be
The
different.
animals
I'll
are
be
different.
freezing trying to go work.
Yeah.
Like that.
I was cold inside and they had the heats blasting.
How can I even work like that?
Before I even do this, I want to see if Zillow's gonna show me the sold.
I don't even want to get big.
Okay, so they're gonna show me the sold pictures. Perfect. So we can do comps here.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and start over.
What's going on?
Yeah, we're gonna narrow it down. Yeah. So I like this 425. It's cheaper than all the other ones. Actually, this one's even cheaper. So let's do this one.
424.
424 for a 2-1 800 square foot home.
For 800 square feet.
800 square feet.
Bro, you got me messed up.
But I did hear the money. You can make good money out there.
Yeah, I hope you can with this.
You gotta pay me more there.
Yeah. So this is a 2-1. It's a beautiful home. It looks great. So now let's see if it's worth the 242 based off the other properties in the area, or how our appraiser is going to appraise it, right? So
How many square feet?
800. Yeah, it's an apartment.
For darn near half a
I don't
mil.
even want to talk about it anymore.
All right, so where are we at? We're right here. Okay. So this is the round we're gonna kind of stay in. I like that there's so many streets and areas in here. It kind
Yeah.
of makes it a little bit
Is
easier
it a
to.
tiny home?
No, that's just a very small home. It's a very small home.
Tiny home.
Yeah, it's just a very
It
small
is.
home. Let me see. So what year was this one built? This was 1953. Okay.
We could actually buy a tiny house for $75,000.
Yeah.
Go buy a plot of land.
Yeah.
And then put it
And then-
my house be bigger than everybody else's house.
Yep. Absolutely. You definitely can do
and
that.
then go there, turn around and sell it for 400 and something.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Lay a foundation and drop it.
Let's do 1,000. Let's do year built 19. What was it 43 and 1963? 1963. And then sold 90 days. Apply. We're gonna go to sold. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So we only got a few.
Yeah.
All right.
So what, they,
So close to it, close to it.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're still on the market longer up there.
I mean everywhere. Everybody's staying on the market long, honestly. So this is a 3-2. So for 325, about 2 months ago, a little less than 2 months. It does. It does. But you can see the inside though. It looks a little bit clean.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
Inside.
Flip.
What was that? Don't know what's going on there. Maybe they did some repainting and they left some of that stuff up there to make sure they don't paint the windows.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that.
You think you would care about that?
But washing-
and dry.
The stove's broken.
Why would you put pictures in? It's a hood.
Yeah.
It's a hood.
Okay. So let me maybe try to, because like it looks like they were trying to do
Wait,
some stuff.
go back to that one. Wait a minute. Look at that. That's a hood joint right there.
Yeah, with the boards over here on the
Man.
side, they got the guard doors and all that.
Whenever you
So-
see drawdown, it's a concern.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that might justify why they have such a low price.
Yes.
So let's okay, that's one.
How
I'll
much? 320.
335.
335.
I'm sorry, 325. I apologize. 325.
That's ridiculous for a hood house.
Yeah.
that was-
So
That's
ours
what I mean,
was
that's-
424.
424.
And so let's go ahead and look at this one. It's already starting off bad with the chairs in the front.
Yeah. Whenever you see those kind of chairs,
Yeah, those type of chairs in the front, and the lawnmower in the picture and everything like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
But thing is, they sold their property for $529.
What?
Yes,
I didn't see the price.
$529 sold. 2 months ago.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
So then it makes me wonder: is it worth buying
Smaller?
property on foreclosure up there and then
$7.95.
so I almost bought a property on foreclosure there. Simply because I just love Colorado and I wanted to make it like a rental type of thing where I can come visit. But it didn't work out. But they I like those 2-1 around the same square footage, so for $330. This one looks decent at
Prices
least.
are all over the place, man.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is what appraisals have to do with. And this is not like no new. It's not no fully renovated home. This is just like somebody lived here
Regular house.
and they want to sell it. So for
And they sold it
$330.
for how much?
$330.
I feel like it looks terrible like that because they used to have it snow on the ground.
I think that's what it is too.
Mhm.
Because like, why cut a
Snow has
yard?
lot.
Yeah, why cut a yard when we're gonna have snow 7 months of the year?
Yeah.
And then you turn around and go to somewhere like the Springs and stuff, and it looks like what is that area over here? Starts with the H. Town over here.
Here?
In Texas.
Is it close to here?
What's it called? Highland Village. It looks like
Highland Village, okay.
everywhere.
What that?
No, in Colorado, if you go to like
I was going to
Springs
say.
and stuff-
Wait a minute.
no.
Highland Village is very nice.
So I'm so like this needs to be fixed and flipped. This is probably what they even
Yeah.
honestly end up doing. But this is nothing.
Dated.
Cabinetry.
Very
Very
dated.
dated.
But thing is, they sold it for $380,
Interesting.
and it needs work done to it.
Oh.
Definitely needs work done to it. So it's kind of pushing me to understand that maybe this one is correct
Yeah.
because this one was renovated at least, and it actually looks pretty nice compared to all these other
This
properties.
is the result of actually
Like, if you-
after you would do the fix.
After you do the
Yeah.
fix, this
Ready to
is
flip it.
what you would like. I like from seeing those places. I would love to live here.
Oh yeah,
I would
absolutely.
probably gladly pay $425. for
Yeah,
this.
from
And they
comparison.
probably paid like $3 something to get it.
They probably did.
And then turn around and flipped it after spending. How much do you think it would cost to renovate one of those places to get it?
That-
This being that small, not much.
$20,000.
Yeah, not much at
Yeah,
all.
a lot.
Like 800 square foot home, that's easy.
that's-
So
That's
they
light
probably
work.
had an 80,000 plus flip revenue.
Probably.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
I look for those kind of chairs. Like those kind of chairs.
These are
Right.
these are where you can have it.
Yeah.
Maybe a little turf, little
There you
bench
go.
area for
That's what you need.
grass
That's
and
a little bit better.
yeah. So they took these pictures 2 different times
Yeah, I
because
see.
Show
yeah.
you when
Before
to
these
look at it.
chairs.
Yeah.
Before shot.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm kind of feeling justified by the listing of the price. I get why they did it, especially since some other properties sold for $380 and $330 and one for $529 and they needed work and this one is
Yeah.
fully renovated.
Absolutely.
I can understand where they came up with this price. Now,
Medium grade.
appraiser that work or that is hired by the banks, whenever they go appraise it, they might get around this price point when they say, okay, this house appraises at so and so price point.
Right.
And they do 3 different things. They do it based off what we just did. They either do income based appraisal, and I forgot the third one. I wish I knew it. I forgot the third way, but they do it 3 different ways, and they pick which one best is suited for that property and for the bank.
So my girl that I want to meet, I
Yeah.
was on the phone yesterday.
Oh yeah.
She's about to become a BOP.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so she should get her certification, I think, in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And so she wants to work with us. So
Yeah.
and her responsibility will be to go for banks
Yeah.
and do the appraisal.
Oh, that's amazing. So you can either go through an appraiser, or which is usually what banks do, or you can go through what he was just referring to, which is a broker price offer. Is that what you mean? Oh yeah. A broker price offer. Let me actually type that in, make sure I'm saying that right, so I don't lead you guys astray.
But she is going to give us access to those properties before they
Oh, perfect.
market. So anything that she thinks would make sense, she'll shoot it that way.
Yeah, broker price opinion. That's what's
There
called.
you go.
BPO. So BPO is a broker price opinion, where they do almost essentially what an appraiser does, but it's literally for what they say brokers price opinion. And it does hold some weight, but you have to go through all kinds of training for it and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's held up just as high as an appraiser. Banks still use appraisers because it's like a third party service, so like no one's attached to both ends.
Yeah.
But when you can have a relationship with a BPO, it may throw off some numbers, just to risk mitigation for it. But yeah, so that's kind of how you comp. What I wanted to do today was I wanted to have you guys comp a property by you guys yourself. And you guys go through it. That way you can kind of identify a property, see why that price is what it is, and what price should it be based off what you want to offer on it.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yep. Cool.
All right. All right. Area, which area you want to choose?
Honestly, I'll let you. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do Flagstaff. Don't know why.
I'm about to say why have all places?
No clue at all. But it just came to my mind. So I was like, no, let's just do Flagstaff. Apply for sale. Okay. And I'll go ahead and zoom in here for you. I just zoomed in so far out, like from outer space. Okay, there you go, my man.
Cool beans. Oh boy. All right. I feel like I'm coming closer to an expert every day.
All right. Oh, absolutely. You gotta start doing this by yourself.
Hey,
Be at the house, just like, hey,
let's go. Let's go. Hey, I'm for real. I'm finna start doing it for real.
That's what I want you guys to do.
Because I want to come into a point where I
want you guys to do it, just do it and just knock it out. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just call some agents.
Yeah.
Look at some properties, buy some properties.
Mm-hmm. I want to come in and say, okay, this is what I got. All right. I think we're gonna start.
I like that 145.
145. I'm about to say the same thing. Yeah. I wonder why that one is 145 and the other one like 4 something.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy. Okay, let's see what we got going on.
This is a good way of casing out different houses. So you don't have to sit here and,
wow, what did I? There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. That looks terrible. Okay. All right.
Oh, is that that may be like a trailer home or a mobile home.
Manufactured home.
Manufactured home.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking it is.
The flooring looks solid though. Has to be.
Manufactured homes are really coming up.
Yeah,
they've been coming up really. They've been looking really good.
My wife and I went to go look at one, and we thought about the possibility of planning it somewhere, staying there for a little while, stacking some money, and then selling it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was decent.
But you can get it for really cheap. I have a buddy that does it. He'll just buy them. He'll buy them, unrenovated, right? And they'll just fix it up for about, maybe 10K, maybe 10, 15K. Fix it all over and make it look beautiful, and then just not wholesale it. He'll be the bank on it.
Oh wow!
And he'll just finance it to people and say, hey, you got to pay this down payment and monthly payment. And it since the cost of entry is so low, it makes sense.
Yeah, this is very nice, actually. Yeah. That's pretty nice.
There's a different home.
This is a sold home?
It's for sale.
Okay, for sale. Is that the higher price one? The
But all of them after that 145?
Yeah.
All of them are higher price. Or do you want to stick with the one we had?
No, do this one. I actually like this. I want to see if it's justified to be that high price.
Because that one is higher than all these over here.
True, but that looks like it's a whole different subdivision too. Actually, does it? Click off of it. It looks like they could be connected, honestly. Yeah, they could be connected. They share a street.
Neighborhood.
Oh no, they're disconnected. They're not.
Right there. That's what that street is, yeah.
Yeah, but that goes to the left side, and then the other one is a whole different subdivision.
Yeah, that's different, yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably why they're probably like a lot.
I couldn't imagine them allowing to have that.
Yeah.
In the middle of this.
For 1.05 million.
Wow. Which one you want me to do?
Let's do left side.
Left side, okay.
Left side. I want to do those
So
properties.
I'm curious, why you got 1.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I want to do that.
380.
That's why I want to do those properties. I'm like, why? And so another thing with comping is you want to make sure you look at when I mean comping, I mean like if you're an agent and you're listing the property on the market, you want to see what the other homes are listing for. And if they're around the same area, cool. But also you want to see how long they've been listed on that market. This is like maybe they've been listed, like maybe they're right around the same price you are, and they look the same as yours, but then they've been on the market for about 170 days. You're like,
Interesting.
okay, well, there's something going on with it. If it's a good price and you market it right, is it two things? The market's really down, or you got to come down your price to kind of make it make sense, or your renovations don't look as good as you think they are, and stuff like that.
So these are all different. So you had 380, 380, 380, then jumps to 850, and then the other one like 1.2, 1 point whatever it is million. So which one do you want me to do?
Let's do the middle 380.
The middle 380. Yeah. One right. Where is that at? Right here?
Right there.
Right there, gotcha. All right.
2 and 1.
So 2
No
1.
pictures?
Okay, well, we gotta go through those. Oh, it's a new construction.
Oh, brand new. Okay.
That might not be the best one to try to use.
They're coming out of that. That probably means the other ones probably are too.
That's the bottom one, maybe. That one probably is.
Right here?
Yeah, I see that one.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's new construction.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have picked Flagstaff.
Yeah,
Uh,
probably the same thing, I imagine. No, that one is
okay. That one's
new construction.
new construction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, go to a more popular area, I guess.
Okay. And now where am I going? Like Mississippi? I don't know. Where am I going?
You want to see what Memphis is?
Actually, I'm sorry. Go to sold. I want to see what's sold in that area. Because
Okay.
maybe that might justify something. I want to see how many popular.
I'm about to say, if you said Memphis, I'm like, okay.
If you want to go, we can go to Memphis. We go to Memphis. Go to Memphis.
Depending on what part, top part. Then you got hood and you got amazing. So that depends. Look, all of them in fours.
7, 7, 7, 8.
93, 11. Okay, that's an old song. What is it now?
So what I'm looking at is like the house that looked like it was his neighbor sold for 606.
Where you at?
Up, to the right,
To the right.
to the left a little bit,
18.9
up,
million.
Right there.
right there. That one sold for 606, but that one, the next door neighbor one, was sold for 330. I'm sorry,
That's 3-2
380.
at 1,400.
So why is it a 300, almost a 300, maybe $200 price jump?
3-2 at 1,400. And this other one you said right here.
No, though it's the one next door to it. Was for sale for 380,
Okay.
but the one right next to it sold for 606.
That was 3-2, 1,400.
That's like 18 million.
Yeah, that says 18.9 million.
3-2, 1,400.
Yeah, so like that was a neighbor.
That's a 2-1, 1,100.
And so even so, when you're adjusting from bedrooms and maybe a pools and stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
it's not that much different. Like adding a bedroom may cost like $10,000.
Okay.
Depending on what area it is. Adding a bathroom, same thing. Adding a pool can be like around 10,000 to 25, depending on what area you're in.
That's amazing. Pleasure gives you more value than living.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And certain other things like you living in front of a busy street,
Yeah.
they may take off about 10% of your ARV. ARV
Okay.
is the price that we're trying to see, like after retail, after repair value.
Okay.
When we get to that point, you want to take off like 10% if you live in front of a busy street. Or like we're right behind a very busy street.
Right.
So when they're appraising it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you live right behind a busy street.
Noise.
A lot of people don't like that kind of noise. So I'm gonna take off about 10-50% off of your top price
Yeah.
because of that."
Gotcha.
That could be a good thing for buying and a bad thing for selling.
It could be either one. It depends on like if you're using that property as a subject property, then it may be bad if you have one of those features. But if you
Over there.
I got you. You may be bad if you have one of those features. But if a
Thank you.
comparable property that you're trying to use to comp that property
Uh-huh.
has one of those features, then that just boosts up your property value if you don't have that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a give and take.
Makes sense. Okay. So we coming out. We get rid of this.
Yeah,
or we
we'll go to
don't?
Memphis. We'll go to Memphis.
All right.
It might be more.
Okay, Memphis. Don't embarrass me here.
You know the parts to go to.
Listen. I know a part where you spent to go to. I don't know what is going on now. I've been going, oh my.
That's a lot going on.
It is. It's one of your busier places. All right. Y'all want to go to a more uppity area? What do you want to go to?
Completely up to you. We just cop a property
Okay.
if it makes sense.
Let's see where I want to go.
I just found a property for $13K.
You probably could. It probably was land though.
Yeah.
Even if that, I'll still take it. I don't know what I would do with it, but if it's for $13K, I'll buy it.
Why is it? I don't know how to use your stuff.
Oh, you trying to zoom in?
Yeah.
I usually just push the plus sign because I can't use it either.
Okay, where's it at? Down the bottom.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that one. And then I just move from there.
Okay. Let's see here. At 40 and all that. I'm surprised not more is for sale on this side. Interesting.
Where are we technically? Is this the hood? Is this downtown?
Douglas is the old hood. That's the old hood right there. But they've renovated it now. So you have what's called Tinseltown, where they took all of the hood and the projects and destroyed all of them. Nutbush, all of that. They destroyed all of that stuff. And the closer you get to Mississippi River, they made that what's called Tinseltown. And you got multi-million-dollar homes. When the Tyson fight was at the big stadium that night, they were selling their homes. I mean, they were renting their homes out for like, I think like right around like, was it $40,000 a night, $6,000 a night? And celebrities were renting houses out there for a lot of money, and the owners were just taking to get a hotel somewhere.
Yeah, I definitely would.
Yeah, they made a killing. It was an interesting night that night. It's the night which guy almost got arrested. What's his name? He in jail now? Death Row? What's his name?
Oh, Suge Knight?
Yeah, he came down here. I'm like, idiot. He's on probation and you got pictures of him riding down the street in Memphis. Like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be on probation. Not out of the city. What do you want to do? 3.5 million? I mean, what do you want to do?
No, it's literally up to, so I'm actually a little curious on those 14, 15K ones. Over there, the little right side. Oh no, let's go left where CJ was. Yeah. This is more properties over there. I want to see what any of those are doing. I see one for 6K right now.
Where's that?
Top up.
Right here.
Right there. 6K. What's that 6K? What's 6K doing? It's land. I'll take land. Definitely.
Yeah.
7,000 square feet.
That's a lot size.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I mean, that's not terrible. It's not good.
And for Memphis, it's in the middle of the hood, by the way. But yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably why it's still on the market.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the hood. But depending on the neighborhood, unfortunately, you can make a lot of money off those people.
So let's pick a home in that area that's for sale, probably like that 150 maybe. 150. And see what they're trying to do. That doesn't look bad. So let's see what's going on with that.
Well, even the hood house in Memphis are not terrible.
Yeah.
Depending on how they put together.
They don't look like they finished everything.
That sounds like Memphis.
Is it like a salon or?
See, now this is what tells you it's hood. Look at that right there.
No, I saw that. I didn't know what was going on there.
That's the AC unit.
I didn't know what was going on.
It's still in the wall.
And like they got a pole in the middle of the room.
That's what I thought I saw. Yeah. I didn't know after I saw this.
If I see poles and bottles in the background, yeah.
Look at the front door. You know what towel means?
No.
There's air coming in the house, so you towel, stuff it in, so the air won't come in the house.
Wow.
Hood.
I had no clue.
That's the hood for you. hey, I remember these things. There's certain things you don't forget about the hood.
You got a mop hanging up.
Look, there you go. And it's in the picture.
It is in the picture.
You could have pulled it down.
So is that sink outside the bathroom?
Which one?
Go back.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Wow. And it's next to the refrigerator.
Yeah.
So the restroom's next to the refrigerator.
Yeah. You use the bathroom, come out, get you a sandwich, wash your hands.
Then wash your hands. Then wash your hands.
It's all the same. It's all going down the same way.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the hood.
Somebody in there.
And whenever you see this right here on the corner where it's gravelled out right there, don't move in that area.
Okay.
Because it's bad. Like liquor drunks all hang out in them kind of areas right there.
So if you see gravel
like on that corner, right in the corner, it's like a gravitation for people to hang out.
So initially, I'm already thinking this is like some kind of bar, maybe a club,
probably
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It probably was like a little juke joint. We call it juke joint.
Yeah. That's the kind of vibe it's giving me right now.
Yeah, it's a juke joint.
The pole, the bottles, and the multiple seating areas.
Mm.
I didn't see not one bed.
Yeah. It's a juke joint.
Okay. Well, Probably not the best property.
Yeah, we
huh?
probably want to do that one. Bless you.
Bless you.
That's probably why it's so much higher than everything else around it.
Yeah.
What's this 1.3
It's
million?
on the
Then
business.
you got 165, 116.
So this is the Hollywood area. So we're in North Memphis now.
Okay.
We're in the dirty North. So this is where they rob you out here.
Okay, so go a little bit south
So we
where that
wanna go
that
further
150 and all that middle is.
Okay. You need to get out of Binghamton, y'all. That's not a great area to be in. Let's go somewhere over here. Y'all want a better area?
Yeah, listen, yeah. We're
Okay.
Place with no stripper poles.
Okay, there you go. Let's go there. So Shelby Farms and all that is a great area.
Okay.
Anything north of this right here, on the other side of that expressway, is kind of decently well to do.
Okay.
As you can see, there's not a lot for sale on that side.
Yeah. Okay, and the price definitely jumps up.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely.
Now you're hitting Walnut Grove and all that. Yeah. And if we go further out, we hit Collierville and all that kind of stuff. Everything gets way different.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me go.
Yeah, anywhere in there.
My brother lives way on the other side. Davies Plantation. By the way, the more racist it sounds, the better the neighborhood.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Makes sense.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Davies Plantation and all that kind of stuff. With Farms and all that. That's Germantown, all that kind of stuff. All right, so
Maybe just get worse.
Oh yeah. That's and then the better the house get. All right, so we want to go.
Right there in the middle. You pick any of those right there.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So nice house get.
Nice looking house.
Mm-hmm. That's Cordova.
Wouldn't even notice that's in Memphis.
No, that's Cordova.
Okay.
So anything you get on the outskirts, suburb area, you're good.
Looks like a pretty affordable price for that kind of house.
That's a very affordable price. That's not where you normally would find it.
Okay.
Nice home.
Nice home.
The area is probably really nice because Cordova is a very nice area.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice looking kitchen. It's nothing jazzy about it.
No, it ain't amazing.
It's a very good looking home though.
Yeah, it's probably an older house too, probably, I would imagine.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we're gonna have that.
So so that one's for 300. That's a great price.
Well, Memphis, yeah.
So
289.
Now let's go to sold and see if it's worth it.
4.3. How many square feet was it though?
I didn't even say.
It's blanked out.
Well, that's interesting.
I'm trying to see if it even shows it there.
Can we go up right there? What I do wrong?
I don't know. Oh, just click that X. Right
X,
there.
okay.
Yeah, that one.
How do I go down?
Just 2 fingers.
Okay. Irritating. This fancy smancy. All right. Updated. 4 bedroom, 4 bedroom or 3 bedroom plus a bonus room. 2.5 baths. Interesting. Why isn't it showing no what's called square feet? Well, no. It makes me feel like they added something to this house.
Do they have basements out in Tennessee?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I feel like Texas is one of the other places that just don't have basements.
They didn't show a single picture of there being a basement.
They don't normally show it.
Is it like unfinished or usually
probably unfinished? Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can get a.
So you can actually add those together and get a great idea of what the square footage is.
Yeah.
Because give you dimensions on right there.
You definitely could.
They ain't gonna draw that though.
But yeah, no. Oh, when you're swimming, you don't have to push down. Like you can just move your fingers with it.
Okay.
But that's 1984. That's all I want to know.
84 bill.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
No, that's pretty good. We can 2000 rent. Okay. We can see what the sold comps are in that area.
Okay.
And kind of go based off that.
But how do we know when we don't even know what square footage is?
We would have to just kind of we probably just have to like kind of assume it by that point. If you want to pick a different one that may show the square footage, we can do that. That way we can actually know all the information.
Yeah. Since this one gives you a street view where you can actually see next door neighbors and everything, that black price, does it show what it's valued at, or does it show what it sold, or do you know what
this
it
is
says?
what Zillow values it at.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
I usually don't go based off them because
They're not always right.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and I don't know where they got the numbers from, so I can't validate.
Same place they got their square footage from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so these were nearby homes. 2.8 thousand. So I would probably imagine it's probably in that general area. Probably.
I'm thinking like around. Honestly, I was gonna say it's like around 25, 24. It looked like maybe.
And that's the area too. That's where they're all running in. Looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to leave it alone? You which one do it?
Let's just say it's 26.
Or 2600.
Yeah, let's just say it's 26.
All right, and just to make sure that I'm doing it all 2,600 square feet, and it's a 4x3, right?
4x3.
4 2.5, 4 3, yeah. 4,384. Okay, cool.
Oh, this is the 0.31 acre lot. So there you go based off there. You just going based off.
No, that's a
That's
lot.
how much area, yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty.
Which
big
that's
lot,
not.
though.
Yeah, that's pretty. I'm about to say that's almost half
Quite a
acre.
lot.
Yeah, yeah. So, and for Memphis, that's pretty good. But Cordova is not really a rural area, but it's turning. It's starting to get into a rural area. Your houses are not going to be right on top of each other, depending on where you are. All right.
And then go to more.
More.
Right.
Where are we at? More.
And then
We're gonna start whittling down, right?
Exactly.
Okay. And so we're
actually
gonna
switch to sold first, so you can see how many are sold in the area, and then we'll start whittling down.
right here. If you don't stop telling me,
I'm sorry.
I want to figure it out.
I know that part eyesight.
I want to figure it out. Okay. So, want to apply that. A lot of it sold, by the way. That area, where we at? Where we at? Right
we
here.
were right there. Yeah, we were like right there.
Yeah, so it's a lot sold right there.
And then go ahead and go to more, and then we'll start whittling down as far as year built, square footage. Again, we have a good range of it, so we can make the range kind of as much as we want.
And this more will apply to both of them, depending on. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, and so we're gonna go
like,
square footage.
22 minimum. It has that, yeah, 22 minimum, and then do 2750 as the maximum. That way, we still within range. Of
Gotcha. What it probably is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the year build.
84, right?
Yeah, so we'll do 1974 and then 1994.
1974 to 1994.
And then we'll do sold in the last 90 days, like within the last 90 days. So a lot of it already came off.
Sold in the last 90 days.
Yes,
All right. Sold in the last 90 days. We're gonna apply that.
Two.
What did it say?
Got 2.
Okay, 2.
Let's do.
Are they in the same subsection?
Can we raise that square footage? Because I saw a couple right beside, like 28, 2900 square feet.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
I don't know if they'll do anything different, but I'm just.
Yeah. No. That might. I want kind of more than 2 options anyway.
Where we at more, right?
Yes.
And so we're at. Oh, it jumps to 3,000 immediately, but didn't do much, huh? Well, bless the Lord. All right.
So do go back to more. I'm sorry. Do probably do a little bit longer on the time length.
Gotcha.
So we get the idea, maybe.
Or even the bills too, by the way.
What's that?
When the year it was built.
So I don't want to deviate from that because a lot can happen within those 2 ranges.
Gotcha.
As far as like manufacturing and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
I'd rather go back a few months if I need to. Than
It added 1 to it.
Well, let's see what they give us.
I'm about to say you want to go to 12. It didn't do much at all.
So those are probably sold.
So
like
people
years ago.
don't like to move from over here. People
I
like to
wouldn't either.
live.
Yeah, I wouldn't need it.
Yeah, it's not there though. And for that price, that's actually great.
That's a great price.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's just take a look at these and see what they're on our ballpark.
So at 315, 300, 219.
Yeah, let's do 300 first.
All right.
The price that ours was at 300. Correct?
It was
299.
299, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. But it's 3227.
3.2. Yeah, so ours was the 4.3.
Mm-hmm. But one of those 4 was a bonus room that you could turn into that. Yeah.
Okay.
So
and just from this looks, I was
and it was 2.5 rather than 3 anyway. Legitimately anyway.
For the bed.
For the bathroom.
Oh, for the bathroom, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
honestly would still like. Let me see the other ones.
Okay, we talked to her, please.
Oh yeah.
I'll see. All right. Which one you want to look at? The other one?
2, 3, 15. 15, I think it was.
15.
That sold last month.
Wow. That's no pictures in, huh? So 3, 2.5. Okay. 25. This is about what we're looking at.
What it was.
Mm-hmm.
So
And they're sold for 15. Okay.
So I mean, I feel like that price might be
pretty good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 219. Yeah.
That was like just a terrible house. That needed some work done too. Yeah. So it's not updated at all.
Yeah.
At least that's pictures.
This is a smaller house too.
And it's a smaller house.
Oh yeah, it's old school. Yeah.
Definitely needs some work done too.
But to me, our old school still looks nice to me. With all the wood and stuff, I like that. I like a lot of wood. I love a lot of wood. I'm just that guy.
So, of course, Dad loves.
She wanted to thank you. She said the car drive.
Perfect.
Oh,
okay, good.
Of course, Dad loves wood.
I love it too.
Wood walls.
Yeah. Look at see.
So when we lived
in old school for you.
Had wood walls and stuff. So the top looked like a regular house. When we went to the basement, it was a cabin.
I love it. Make you feel you're like in the woods.
I do not want to be in the woods. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that price is justified. That's basically how you come.
Yeah.
That's
simple. It makes sense.
It's really simple, and you'll get to a point like where you can just comp within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like at a point like
I see that.
When I first started comping, it took me about maybe 30, 45 minutes to comp one property. It took me way too long. Nowadays, I can literally look at a property, see what the areas are, click on each one, go through real quick, know what I'm looking for, and say, this is a good comp. Is that good? This price is way over it needs to be at. Or this price is way under. Maybe I can, fix it up to beat to this price. Can I work with it? So it takes none but I'm gonna get y'all to the point where it takes y'all 5 minutes to come for property.
So would that also help us figure out if it's even worth calling an agent for this property?
Well, no, it's not even that because again, it's only worth the price you're willing to pay for it. So
right.
I'll offer it. It's up to them if they're gonna take it or not. I don't know what the motivation is. They could just take my offer. It could be that one call that I made that day. They're like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. I'm gonna still send my offer regardless. Okay. So I'll send as many as I can, regardless if they're gonna like it or not.
So first thing we were looking at square footage.
Yeah. So,
year built.
Yeah, the 5 things you want to do is find your finding your comparables.
Uh-huh.
The first one is what you were talking about was the surrounding areas. You want to stay at within 5.5. I'm sorry.
Half a mile.
Half a mile. Yes, within half a mile. Reason I put that first is because it's also gonna be the first thing that you change if you can't find enough comps.
Gotcha.
You'll go out to like 7.5. I'm sorry, 75.
7.34. Yeah,
exactly. So the next thing you want to look at is property style. Is it a 1-story? Compare 1-story with a 1-story, a 2-story to 2-story. Property style. The third thing is going to be if it's a renovated property. You only want to look at renovated properties. You don't want to use a property that's ran down that needs renovation. You want to do like a 2024, just remodeled property in good condition. Stuff like that. So make sure the only comps that you're using are renovated properties.
Okay.
All right. Then you want to get to the point where you're doing your measurements and things of that nature. So your square footage, your year builds within 10 years. Square footage, you don't want to go more than 200, maybe 250, both ways. So it can be 250 less than yours or 250 more than yours. Really, I want to say 200, but if you don't have many properties, then you may have to tweak a little things. What else? Year build.
Within how much? 200? He said
within 200. Yeah. That
you said within 10 years on the year build, right?
Yeah. So going either way. Those are the 4. I think it was a 4-star thing. Is that 4? Right?
That's 5. That's 5.
No, I got the distance, property style.
First one is half mile radius, distance.
Yeah.
Second one is property styles, 1-story, etc. like that. Number 3 is renovated properties only. Number 4 is square footage, your measurements within 20 square feet up or down, and then the year built.
So when I do measurements, I'm doing meaning all that. So
square include footage, the year.
I want to measure all that, make sure it's all within the same kind of measurements of each other.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Or year built.
And
up.
Is subsection supposed to be one? Like
subdivision?
Yeah, subdivision.
That kind of goes with that goes in with distance.
Yes,
you want to preferably be in the same subdivision, And just also put with the half a mile thing when it comes to that. Make sure that you don't want to cross the highways. No highways crossing. You can't use those. So if it crosses a highway, you can't use it. And also, if it crosses like a thick major road, don't use it. Try not to use it if you don't have to. So I would say within that subdivision or within that area for their houses, because different builders build different properties, have different values that they add to each property that they build, and it necessarily doesn't carry on to the next subdivision. Those are the big things. Those are the big 4 things that you're looking at every time you're going. So I'm looking at it right there. If it's nearby property, that's why I like Privy so much, because it's literally everything I need right then and there. And it already does the comparable for me as far as measurements. It already does half a mile for me. And the only thing I gotta look for is it a comparable property, or if it's the same property style, which is easy. So it cuts my 5 minutes down to 2 minutes.
Nice.
Just from doing that. So yeah.
Great lesson today. This is really good. This was really good. It was excellent, actually.
Absolutely. So if you guys are thinking about it and you have a little bit more money than you do have time, I would suggest getting Privy. I'm not sponsored by them at all. I wish I was. I don't know what I'll get from them, but
That's why.
yeah.
That's why I turned my bag around while eating chips yesterday. I saw the front. I said, let me turn my bag around. They're not paying us.
Yeah.
To promote them. Yeah, you call that name. Don't call that name.
It's a great service. It's a great service. You definitely should use it if you have the means to do it. It would definitely help out a lot. Plus, you get MLS service. So, yeah.
Nice.
That was good today.
How much is Privy a month?
I don't know. I just do it yearly. I don't know the month thing. It's like
What do you do for a year?
It's like $980, I think, a year. Which is not bad.
It's still less. That's less than $10 a month.
Is it really
$980? Yeah.
a year?
No, I'm sorry. Less than $100.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I need to do it a little differently.
I was like, that
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Let me do my math again in my head.
But to use a tool like that, it definitely benefits, honestly. Especially when you're doing this like for hours at a time. Like, it just reduces a lot more time for you, so you can get things going. So I like it. Zillow's a little bit harder, but there's a way to do it, and we just showed you the way to do it, to find properties and stuff like that. And you can do the exact same thing that we just did and just reverse engineer it and try to find your buyers. So find the properties that are already sold, figure out who sold those properties, and give them a call and say, hey, look, I saw you just sold this property. It looked like a great property. Was it a fix and flip? They say, yes. Okay, cool. Look, I got a few more properties like right around the corner. Do you mind, if I send it to your buyer, or you send it to your buyer and you can list it for him? Sure. And just do a reverse engineer it that way. And then at that point, if you just get a whole bunch of those buyers, you can say, hey, look, I got buyers in this area. If you got any properties, and like talk to a wholesaler or whatever the case is, if you got any properties in this area, I know the buyers to do it, so we can just JV together and make money together. So you already fixed up half their solution, and that a person's already going out getting contracts from them. They just don't have buyers. So be that person they can bring their contract to sell their property, because you got a list of buyers. So yeah.
I'm gonna hear this all again. I'm gonna be listening to hear this again.
Yeah. But so I have a person that he strictly only finds buyers. So he has like around 80,000 buyers in DFW.
You're kidding.
Yeah. So
that's what I'm talking about. Resource. That's a great resource.
Yes.
So this is all my worry from the very beginning was, when it comes to disposition, how do I effectively get rid of this property? Yeah. But I hear now, the more I hear you talk, you have. That's why you say that's the easiest part.
That's the easiest
disposition.
Part.
Okay.
Like I said, if the deal's good, the money's gonna come easy.
Gotcha.
The money's gonna come it's gonna come really easy.
Gotcha.
Really easy.
This is the work right here. Gotcha.
This is the real work. Finding the property. Finding the property and negotiating the deal to make sure the price makes sense. That's the hardest part. Yeah. Everything else, if you get it at the price you need to get at, the rest is gonna make sense. And the reason it's going to be you're so much better going off this way is you're understanding already what the buyer needs.
Gotcha.
So they don't have to like keep going back and forth with you. Oh, this is not a good deal. This is not a good deal. You already did the work on the front end.
Yeah.
And now you know it's a good deal. Now just start
get it out there.
Okay. Some of these guys, when it's a fix, they can close in 7 days. They don't need like a month to close. They can close in 7. Some people can close in 3 days. They got lenders that that lender that just called me yesterday. How long did it take them to close? He said 48 hours.
Yeah, he said fast. Yeah,
so if I found a property and somebody used that lender and he can close in 48 hours,
that's crazy.
I get a contract, 48 hours to close, and we get paid. We get paid when we close, not when everything else is done.
Wow.
So yeah. So
for all my entrepreneurs out there, though, these kind of conversations are so valuable
yeah,
because I think that the reason most people prefer a 9 to 5 is because of what they feel like is the surety and the guarantee of
stability.
a check.
Yeah.
This seems more stable to me. But the scripture talks about the one who takes more of a higher intelligent risk, deserving the higher gain.
Isn't that what happened when the father gave his sons the seeds?
Yes.
And yeah, so I mean I don't know the full story. I don't know the names of the people in the story, but that's what I get from that.
A couple of them actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
And
the main one that comes to mind is that one where the great ruler left, and he had 3 people under him, and he said, "I'm gonna be gone for a long time." He said, "I'm gonna give each one of you talents."
Yeah.
He gave 1 10, I think 1 2, and 1 1. I think it was 10 2 and 1. I believe it is 10 2 and 1. I'm sorry, 5 2 and 1. 5 2 and 1. And he was gone for a long time. And the one that only got the 1 talent was a little irritated. He only got 1, and so he dug a hole in the ground and buried it. The other 2, of course, did investments. I think one did a bank. The other one did a more riskier investment. So the ruler had been gone for a long time. He comes back. When he gets back, he finds the one that had the 5 talents, and he had turned it into quite a bit more. He was like, "I'm so proud of you, whatever, man. But thank you for taking care of my money. So I tell you what, come on up higher. I'll make you rule over more, and I'm gonna double what you got. You had 5, now you got 10.
Yeah.
And then the other one that had the 2, same thing. I think he put it in the bank. I think it was. And he said, "Man, you made it better than what it was before I left you. I appreciate it. I'm very proud of you. Come on up. You be ruled over more. I'll give you 4."
Yeah.
And then he went to the one who had the 1. He had to find him. And when he found the guy, he was like, "Hey, where my money at?" He was like, "Oh, I knew you were an evil ruler. Take what you don't have. Take what doesn't belong to you, and do this and you do that. I was afraid of you. I didn't want to lose it. So I put it I dug a hole and I hid it." And he was like, "The least you could have did was put it in the bank and let it draw interest.
Yeah.
At the very least." He said, "You are an evil servant." And he cast him away and threw him in a dungeon.
Yeah.
And but the whole point was, for me, when I got from that is, a person that does not look for ways to intelligently invest their money is being foolish and unfair to their children.
100%.
Very much so, because
and also they're undeserving of it.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Especially how things go, honestly.
Yeah.
And they always wonder, like, why do people, they feel like evil people have a lot of money, and it is more so how they use it. I just don't think a lot of people are educated on how to use their money wisely and have it working for them in the long run.
Just think about, okay, so we've invested maybe 2 to 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
And we've invested now for, let's say, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
A full 2
weeks. 2 weeks now. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 12 days. In 12 days, let's say the reaping of our benefit in those 12 days is just 1 deal. We don't get no more.
Yeah.
We didn't do that well. We got 1 deal.
Yeah. Thank God.
Hallelujah. Let's say in that 1 deal, we only make $8,000. That's it. $8,000 is what we made. And Damon's been kind enough to involve us in profit sharing, and we get it whatever our share is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's say you do it evenly. That's what, 2.5 a piece, what, 3,000 a piece, almost 3,000 a piece.
Something like that, yeah.
Right.
After everything else.
After expenses are taken.
And all
well, let's forget things. Let's just say it's just straight drop.
Yeah.
So we're talking about like 2.75 a piece.
Something like that, yeah.
2.75 a piece. When we're all said and done, we've made almost $3,000 in 12 days. That's more than some people make working 80 hours in 2 weeks.
Yep, that's true.
80 hours.
I remember weeks of us working in our business, and we bust our hump for the whole week, and we'd be blessed to make. There have been weeks where God has blessed us, and we made quite a bit in that week. But for the days that we got paid a little bit more, it was like 2 weeks, 3 weeks of hard back-to-back work.
Yeah.
And so God, he says that he gives seed to the sower.
To the sower.
Yeah. Why would he bless somebody who's too afraid to even go out and trust his word?
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We've worked before, and if we work hard, you better know the money looks it.
Yeah.
And that the dollars look it. When we're moving, if you find us working every single day, hard every single day, oh,
let me ask you
the
guys
money
this,
looks like it. You
because
know
it could just really be me doing
Mhm.
this, and I think I'm just hard on myself.
Yeah.
But do you ever feel like you may get like the a lot at one point in time, like those 3 weeks you worked hard, or what the case is, it was a long drought, and then all of a sudden you get like that blessing, right?
Mhm.
Do you ever feel like sometimes like I'm undeserving of this much?
Oh yeah,
You do?
I've been
Okay.
there before.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I think the best one day I've ever made as an entrepreneur, I think was 3,900 something like. No, I'm sorry, 6,000 some odd dollars.
Yeah.
And that was one day of work, and it was a big house where the guy was trying to clear everything out, whatever. And I ended up actually subcontracted the work out.
Really?
And I just managed it.
Yeah.
And so I didn't do any hard work at all.
Smartest way to do
Yeah,
it.
and I was rushing the guys
Yeah.
because they were throwing around.
Uh-huh.
I ended up paying them like $695,
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
and they were mad about it. They wanted more money. I'm like, no, you charged me this amount. This is what you asked
Yeah.
to be paid. I'm
Don't worry
gonna
about how
pay
much I
you.
get
Don't worry
paid.
about what I got paid.
Yeah.
You asked for this amount. I agreed to it, and I'm paying you the money you asked for. Gave them their money. By the time I was done, over $6,000 in one day. And I started at 9 that morning. I was done by 4 in the afternoon.
Wow.
That was the best I've ever made.
Yeah.
Ever. And I don't do that all the time. But that was the best I've ever had.
That's awesome.
But my point was, when I was done, when I settled down, and I laid down and I was calculating bills and thanking God and trying to put money aside to give it in worship and all that, church and all that, I started thinking, bro, you work less than 8 hours, and this is what. And I was just thanking God for it. And I was like, Lord, is that fair? And then you start rethinking, well, maybe I should have gave so-and-so more.
I'm a thinker.
Yeah.
I'm a thinker. And I get in my head all the time, like, I don't know if I deserve this. I got to do more about something. I don't know what I got to do, but I got to do something.
But that's the programming of the world we live in. You are programmed to think that more work means more money. And less work means you don't deserve as much money.
Which is hilarious because you go work for like Amazon or whatever, and like every day you are required to get the packages out regardless. Doesn't matter if you have 5,000 packages today or yesterday you had 1,200 packages. Your pay rate is the exact same. Regardless, you work the same amount of time, regardless, and you will not be paid more for the more work you do. But they're going to make you think, you know what, you do all this work. Why don't you have more responsibility with no pay raise to make you feel like you're doing something?
So your payment is more responsibility.
More responsibility, more work, and your pay don't change.
And don't you know we can't get mad about that? Because actually Amazon or whatever big company has now become the owner of the field. There's a scripture that talks about the field, guy own this field. And he went out early in the morning and he said, I need workers for my field. I'll pay you so-and-so amount of money. They all said, hey, use me. They all went, started working. In the middle of the day, he went back to the labor place and said, hey, I need more workers. I'm going to pay y'all this amount of money. And they were like, oh, yeah, I'm in. And they all came and they joined the workers that were already there working the field. At the last hour of the day, he goes back to the labor place and says, hey, I need more workers. I'll pay you this amount of money. It's only 1 hour of work. They all say, yeah, I'm going, absolutely. End of the day, it's time to pay his workers. They all get in the line, and he pays the workers that came last first. He gives them their amount of money. The guys who came in the middle of the day come behind him. He gives them the exact same amount of money he gave the 1 hour people. They didn't really get mad. But the guys who started at the beginning of the day, he gave them the exact same amount of money he gave everybody else. And they were fire hot. They were like, man, I deserve more money. Those guys came late, whatever. He said, am I not the owner of the field? Yes. Is it not my money? Absolutely. Did I pay you what I promised you? They said, absolutely. Thank you. You should have no problem. And so I've learned from scripture alone, it's not the one that works the hardest that gets paid. It's the one that accepts the greater risk. And we've got to learn to make intelligent, wise, educated decisions about the risks we take with the money that we are now stewards over. Consult God, pray about it, do your study, Do your research. Get in the class, somebody like you, and learn the information and make wise decisions.
Yep.
And by the time it's done, whatever you get, it is not because you exerted more energy, but it is because you exerted more wisdom.
Yep.
And not be arrogant about it once you get it.
Absolutely.
You know what? I made this money like this. I can always make money like
Because
this.
it definitely
Mhm.
comes. It definitely comes when you make more. It definitely comes. And it's been a lot of times where I'm like, I gotta humble myself. I gotta
Yeah.
relax. I gotta get back to what I know best.
Yeah.
Because it definitely comes. Me, myself, I'm like, I ain't gonna change. I'm a hoodies and sweats person all day long.
Yes, sir.
I don't like dressing up.
Yeah.
Barely get my hair cut. Only go for Courtney. I don't like doing nothing about anything. I just like staying focused what I gotta do and just keep doing it.
Yeah.
But it comes and it tempts you. And it's like, no, maybe I might get some new shoes. I might go on show. I'll do this and that. I might, might hang out with the guys. I've been working pretty hard.
Yeah.
You gotta stay. The humility gotta stay with you. So,
Kingdom work does that for you, though.
It does.
When you're connected, that's how we were teaching last Wednesday night about stop disconnecting your career from your kingdom.
Yep.
Because kingdom should be everything. It dictates the integrity of how I do my work. It dictates the resilience that I have, the intelligence of what risks I take, how I handle my business partnerships. Kingdom is me. That's my God. My God dictates how I handle everything.
Yes.
And if I don't disconnect that, even when the money multiplies, my kingdom work is still consistent. And that kingdom mentality keeps me humble in everything. Yeah. Because I realize at the end of the day, there's nothing more valuable than my God and nothing more valuable than his salvation for me. So you can give me 3, 4, 5 million. Well, I appreciate you.
Yeah, I do.
You're not impressing me. You ain't shook me. That don't shake me. And I've been, I've done some foolish things in my life where I made money the wrong way. And I lived a life where I had quite a few $1,000 in my pocket every day. And I'll never forget how the day that ended, how to go back and look at that, the risk that I put on my family's life and my life about making some money. I'm not impressed. Money doesn't impress me anymore.
No. This is great, guys. I appreciate it.
Good
I
stuff.
think you guys always provide so much information for everybody. and just
the information giver.
Yeah. No.
We have information to give.
I think I'm just so grateful for it. So I just feel other people are too.
I'm thankful for you, man. We're thankful for you.
Because you guys always just show me something new, and then you always just enlighten me about other situations that if it's not work related, it's home related or faith related. I love that. I always love learning about it.
I think we're a good team.
Yeah,
I'm thankful. I'm learning a lot. I am learning a lot.
Absolutely. Let's see if they had any
questions.
I just realized they've been looking at the
map for a while. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We on little screen mode.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're good. I don't think this it wasn't even going.
So was that picture was that Courtney? That picture?
This one?
The cover plate. What's that?
This is
I can hardly see it. Oh, okay.
This is James. Oh, Jameson.
James. Okay, yeah.
Or his daughter, right?
The daughter?
I think he had a daughter.
He did say that, girl. He did say that, girl.
I gotta give him a call now.
Yeah, I got to call James. Yeah.
I'm glad I do pay attention to it.
Congratulations, James.
Congratulations,
James. Yeah, man.
I got to give you a call, man. But with that being said, guys, you guys have a good weekend. Stay blessed and busy at all times. I don't know where it's at. There we go.
Blessed and busy.